Well, good morning, everyone. It is time for News in Motion. I am your host, Gail Dudley. Today is Thursday, people. It is Thursday, January the 27th, 2022, and I have some headlines for you on this day. As you're coming in the room, go ahead and put your name in the chat if you're watching the live video. We stream live to Facebook and YouTube and LinkedIn. I had to remember which ones. We stream live, and also the live audio is taking place. So I just want to say good morning. If anyone's on here live, if you're watching the replay, thank you for watching the replay. And thank you for just tuning in and sending in your emails. I am so grateful to all of you. You may be listening in the afternoon or the evening to the replay. I just want to say again, thank you for just hanging out with me. We have a lot of news headlines. Some news headlines was coming out yesterday. Some of it's going to be held until a little later down the line, but we're going to get to all of it. I see y'all coming up in here. I see you, Camille. I see you, Hester. I see you, Jeffrey Allen James. I see you, Cherie. I see you, Shardinia. I see you, my brother, Louis Fur III. I see you, Diane Ladybug and Yvonne. I see a Facebook user. Hello, whoever that person may be. Sometimes they come in by disguise, and that's okay. I see you, Danielle. I see you, Adrian. I see all of you. I see all of you. I am just so excited. Do me a favor. Hit that share button. Thank you, Diane, for putting that out there. Hit that share button. Hit that share button to invite somebody to come in and check out News in Motion. Whether they come in just for a portion of it, or if they come in for the entire show, excuse me, or if they just come in just to see what we're doing. We just want to say thank you for popping in. I see you, Judy Neal. Good morning to you. Good morning, Kenny Stanley. Good morning to you. Yeah, there's so much news. So I want to jump in as soon as I can. I just want to throw out a few more shouts as we're coming in here. But y'all, this is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Diane Ladybug said, Gail Deli, listen, I was sharing you all over IG, even the Sean King. I love you, girl. I love you. I love you for that. Good morning to my sister, Patricia Laus. Good morning. Yes, y'all, my voice is going in and out. I don't know what's going on there, but it's okay. It'll be all right. And I see you, Lori Wallace. I don't know who that Facebook user is, but they are pumped, and I'm pumped with them. Good morning, Kim Edmondson. Excuse me. Good morning, Katrina. Talking about Lori Williams Wallace. Look, y'all, it's another shout out, y'all. So y'all better write this down. Do y'all remember? I think it was either late last year or the beginning of this year when I was sharing with all of you that don't sleep on Lori Wallace, the Williams Wallace. I always want to say Lori Williams Wallace because I know her as Lori Williams, but Lori Wallace, don't sleep on her. No. I'm reminded. I woke up this morning. I said, whoa! She just got this serious opportunity. Y'all remember when I talked about that name is going to be a name that's going to be a household name? Well, y'all, guess who is the choreographer of this upcoming musical called Head Over Heels for Catco? Yes, that would be Lori Wallace. That's who it is. So y'all check her out, support her, check out her website. Lori, do me a favor, put your website and your information in a thread for other people who may be looking for a choreographer to contact you. Y'all don't sleep on her. I see you, Pastor Alex. I see you, Marion. Don't sleep on Lori, y'all. Don't sleep on her. Yes, she is a choreographer for the upcoming musical Head Over Heels for Catco. Yep. She says she's has an amazing production team and cast, and she is so excited. She talks about in her post that never doubt God, never doubt it. Yes, Lori, I went looking for that this morning because I woke up and I said, wait a minute, Lori just raked in something major. So I went looking for it so that I could share it with everyone else. Yes, Kim Edmondson, congratulations to Lori. All right, y'all, we're going to keep on filling up all of our shout outs because I want you to know. And no, nobody's paying me to say that. I'm saying it because it is what it is, and it's great. So congratulations to you, Lori, for that. All right, y'all, it's time for some news. And like I said, we got a lot of news that's coming out here, and we got to get to it. So let's get started. Yes, y'all, let's get started. Here's our daily brief from the Council on Foreign Affairs, who's reporting that the Taliban talk human rights, humanitarian crisis with Western diplomats in Norway. Norway is chairing a United Nations Security Council meeting on Afghanistan today after wrapping up 3 days of talks between representatives of Taliban, Western government, and Afghan civil society. At the summit, Western diplomats, pressed the Taliban on human rights, while the Taliban called for the United States to unfreeze some 9.5 billion, that's what it be, dollars in Afghanistan's foreign assets. So I'm waiting for that to unfold. So let's keep tuning into that. It says more than half of all Afghans currently face severe hunger, and that's the Associated Press that is reporting coming from this briefing. And almost 9 million are near starvation, aid groups estimate. So y'all, almost 9 million are near starvation, not just hunger, but starvation. All right, also in the daily briefing, the U.S.-backed Syrian forces close in on prison after days of fighting militants. Some 550 detainees inside a prison that the self-declared Islamic State seized last week have surrendered to the Syrian Democratic Forces. A researcher in the information center said at least 190 people have been killed in the fighting. Also from the briefing, the U.S. Department of State approved the potential sale, this is from the Defense News, of more than $2 billion worth of planes and air defense radar systems to Egypt. So that's happening. And I found one more thing I wanted to give you out of the briefing from the Council on Foreign Affairs. Ukrainian envoys meet to discuss the tensions. Envoy from France, Germany, Russia, and Ukraine hold talks that happened late yesterday regarding concerns about Russia's military buildup on its borders with Ukraine. The discussions will reportedly focus on humanitarian measures and the possibility of holding formal talks on the status of the Ukraine's region. So that is all happening from the Council on Foreign Affairs. I have a question for you all. Now that News in Motion has been giving the daily briefings now for 4 days, this week we just started because we have access to it. What do you like about it? Do you like receiving those from me here on News in Motion, just giving you a brief insight? Put in the chat yes or no if you like it or not. I will tell you, I read some of these things. I'm like, what is going on? But on the other hand, I want to know what's going on. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Wow, y'all are up in here today in the chat. Yes, y'all, say congratulations to Lori for sure. She's saying thank you to everyone. For those of you listening by audio, people are just saying thank you. Good morning, Victoria. Y'all look. Hey, here's another shout out. Victoria Murray. She's a virtual assistant. And I think I may even have the title wrong right now. So Victoria, put in what you do every now and then. If I see you on here, I'm going to ask you to put your information in here. Call it free advertisement for the day. That's what we do here at News in Motion. So Victoria, so good to see you coming in from LinkedIn. So put in the chat what you do and how people can reach you. Y'all, she's doing great things. I know her personally. She is doing great things. Good morning, Shirley. Good morning, Stephanie Burbridge Hall. John Gore says, yes, excellent recap. Okay. Jeffrey Allen James says, when are we going to see you on CNN? Look, they not ready for this. That's how you have confidence, right? Nah, they ain't ready for this. Pastor Alex said, yes. Patricia said, yes, she likes the updates. Kim Evanson says, yes, because we don't hear about this in other outlets. That's what we try to do, to bring you news that no one else is talking about. Of course, we do bring you news that everybody's talking about as well, so that we can continue the conversation. Donita said yes. Cherie says yes. Judy says yes. Okay, so y'all liking these things. Good morning, Ron Robinson. Look, y'all, if y'all want a brother to be a mentor, to build you up, to be someone who's a speaker, who is a family man, y'all need to check out Ron Robinson too. Yep, I just called him out there too. Good morning, Cassandra. Y'all are in here today, so let me talk about Cassandra. Y'all do not forget that she is doing. She has a nonprofit for sickle cell anemia, something that we want to continue to forget and put it out on the back burner. No, contact her. Cassandra, put your information in there. Y'all, while we're at it, we're at the end of the month. Some of y'all are looking at your tithes and offering and trying to figure out where you want to send your money. Send your money to Cassandra Tolliver for the sickle cell anemia, as she is bringing awareness every day about this, y'all. Yep, this is what I do. I love building other people up. I can't get away from it. It's who I am. My parents told me I did that even when I was in elementary school. I was one of those people that was labeled as she talks too much. I wish I could find all my teachers right now and say, yeah, I do. Now what? I'm having fun, y'all. It is Thursday. All right, y'all, here's the headlines. The world. Now, don't ask me. It's Thursday. I do what I want to. It's my show. I do what I want to. Bam, the oldest male gorilla, Ozzy, dies at the age of 61 at the Zoo Atlanta. He looks like he's sitting there talking about, y'all, I'm tired. I'm just tired, y'all. So, y'all, that's Ozzy. Ozzy died, y'all, at the Atlanta Zoo. Ozzy's out of here. All right, y'all, CNBC is reporting. I really get tired of reporting them, but hey, it is what it is. And I want people to know, because you may have a gifting on the inside of you that can be a part. Just imagine you being a consultant or a contractor to Tesla. Tesla reports a record of 5.5 billion, that's with the B, profit in 2021. The company delivered over 936,000 cars, y'all. That's up 87% over 2020. Up 87% over 2020. I don't know about you, but in Central Ohio, I think every other car is a Tesla. It's like, who doesn't have a Tesla? Y'all, Tesla. So look, think about it for a moment. What can you add to a company like that where you can make a pitch? Y'all, this is where we're going. Remember, we're trying to become debt-free by Easter 2022. So start thinking about your side hustles, your entrepreneurship, your business startup. Think about if you have something to offer to what? To Tesla. All right, y'all, AP is reporting that Partygate. They cracked me up coming up with some word and gate at the end. Partygate, which is dealing with Prime Minister Boris Johnson. There's a report detailing a series of parties and events held by British Prime Minister Boris Johnson in violation of COVID-19 lockdown rules that he set himself. He broke all the rules. He was like, party over here. He has so many parties, y'all. And now people are coming out with pictures showing where he was partying. No mask, no social distancing, where he's trying to lock down the entire British area. He's partying. Anyway, that's going to come out today. He's saying he shall not resign. We'll see, Buttercup. We'll see. That's my new Buttercup, y'all. Y'all, the average U.S. COVID-19 cases fall to around 600,000 per day. That's still a lot of cases if you ask me, but it's falling. They're falling down 25%. I am cracking up. Just stop. Pause. I'll come back to that in a moment. My team is saying, are you going to talk about the Supreme Court? I'm coming. It's coming. Just hold up. It's coming. Y'all, and I got a breakdown for y'all on that. I can't wait till we get to that conversation. So all of y'all's text messages, just stop. It's coming. I promise you, I'm bringing it. Average U.S. COVID-19 cases fall around 600,000 per day. That's still a lot. It's down 25% over the past 2 weeks. Total hospitalizations have dropped around 6% to around 144,000 patients. I don't know about y'all, but those are still some pretty big numbers. While deaths, here's the other side of this, y'all. While deaths continue to rise, now near 2,300 per day. What's going on here? What's going on? Let me see what y'all saying. Yes, y'all, I'm pumped. Today is my Friday. Lori Wallace, it's who you are. You are a giver. That's who I am. Y'all, patient. Yeah, Adrian, patience. I'm coming to it. Cassandra said, he said the world would stop, but the party must continue. That's really what he said. He said, we're going to keep partying. He's probably giving out private invitations. Y'all, anyway, I see you, Tracy. Good morning to you. All right, so y'all, that's what's happening in COVID news. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I ain't into this. Bam, this is from McDonald's. McDonald's is rolling out the Mac plant. That don't even sound right. A plant-based burger to two more markets in the U.S. after initially offering the burger in 8 restaurants last year. on February the 14th. I don't know why they're doing this on Valentine's Day. The chain will expand the test to about 600 restaurants in San Francisco Bay and Dallas Fort Worth area to learn more about the consumer demand. If it continues to sell, it may be coming to your local Golden Arches soon. I don't even know if I eat at McDonald's. Anyway, the mac plant is made from plant-based ingredients like peas and rice and potatoes, and was co-developed with Beyond Meat and is exclusive to McDonald's. According to CNBC, early interest and willingness to try the product has been greater than expected. I just want to know what y'all think about that mac plant. I don't know. I'm being careful. Kenny said, no, not be eating that. Lori says, right. Kim says, stop McDonald's, just stop. Everyone's eating seeds and weeds. Got to put that up. Bam. There's Latrice. Everyone's eating seeds and weeds. It's like, what's in there? What's in there? What's in there? It's just crazy, y'all. It's just crazy. Y'all, the news is hopping. All right. So what you're waiting for? I can't wait to share this today because I've been sitting here on pins and needles looking at everything, trying to weigh in. I'm like, come on, MSNBC, put me on your panel. I got a lot to say about this. Bam. He's like, I'm out of here. Justice Stephen Breyer to retire. He was appointed by former President Bill Clinton in 1994. The 83-year-old Breyer is one of the court's 3 left-leaning justices. Breyer voted to uphold the Affordable Care Act, joined in the 2015 decision to legalize same-sex marriage, and backed a number of pro-choice rulings. So there he is. He's when I say that picture, he's probably side-eyed, and his counterpart's like, y'all just crazy. He's like, but I'm planting my seed to get up out of here today. He's like, I'm out. All right, y'all. So here's a few things to know. Number one, it is true that President Biden has promised to nominate a Black woman for his first pick. So that's true. That's true. Y'all, and stop saying Michelle Obama, please. She don't want none of this. She don't want none of this. I would want her to be president before this. Now, Republicans won't be able to use the filibuster. Pause. Everybody breathe. That ain't set in stone. So let me just break that down for you. Now, but his pick isn't guaranteed. Now, the Republicans, they can't use a filibuster. Thanks to good old Mitch McConnell. See, when you try to do things to help you, you end up hurting yourself. Just remember that. Everybody remember that. So see, he did this back in 2013. Yeah, that was Mitch. He done made some some formalized rule. They voted on it, all that stuff. Now you can't use it. So hold on, let me keep going. Now, the pick isn't guaranteed. Why? Because we have Sinema and Manchin. Don't forget them two, y'all. Don't forget them two. All right, so that's what's happening now. The Democrats will not have to change any rules to block a Republican filibuster against the Supreme Court nominee. Again, thanks to Mitch. In the 2013 to filibuster against President Obama nominees, rules were changed. However, somebody type in, however, they did not include the Supreme Court. So Skippy Mitch, why you so happy to get something in, you forgot to write in, including the Supreme Court nominees. See, they was mad because Obama was appointing all these judges, all these clerks, so they had to put in something. They fought it, tripping. Mitch did his thing that Mitch does, and what happened? You can't use that now, Mitch. So anyway, keep following me. Now, this change was set in place to allow most executive branch nominations to move past an attempt of the filibuster by using what is called, y'all should know this by now, a simple majority vote of 51. That's what happens, which means 51. Well, you're like, well, wait a minute. We got 50-50, but because we have a Democratic president and vice president, the Biden administration, Madam Vice President Kamala Harris can come in and be vote 51. Hold up. We got Sinema and we have Manchin. Now, Sinema's back is against the wall a little bit because people have moved her money. They're like, we can't use no more of this money. They have locked her down. They are already starting to primary her. Yep, for 2024. Yep, that's happening. And because that's happening, there may be some wiggle room for Sinema. But Manchin, we don't know. We don't know. We don't know what Manchin's doing. So we really can't guarantee that. Now, let me keep teaching a little bit. Beginning in 2013, the Democrats and the Republicans, they were having an all-out battle and fight. They enacted changes. See, this is what Chuck Schumer should have been doing when it came to the voting rights. This is what angers me. But they had this come to Jesus meeting. They had some blowouts there. And they began to change things, shielding the nomination to the high court from the filibusters, meaning the Democrats will not have to muster up the 20 votes. They don't have to do that, but they still got to deal with two people who are tripping. We see them tripping time and time again. Now, listen. Only one person can go to the other side, but there is belief that there are some Republicans who will support Joe Biden. Why? Because they had some deals underneath the table. Maybe, let's see. I think some of the women will come over, and I don't want to name them yet, but I think at least 2 women will come over. Well, I'll name one of them. Susan Collins will probably come over to vote. She will. She owes Joe. I think she will vote for that. All right, now, stop it. Let me just go on. Now, Mitch McConnell has already come out yesterday. He's come out and said that if the Senate flips in 2022, and it kind of looks like it's going to, elections, that he will return to the majority leader and he will block the pick. He will make sure there's no votes until the new president of 2024. So Mitch already told you what he's going to do, which means these are our reasons we need to vote and register people to vote. Y'all, listen. Justice Stephen Breyer, he's no dumb dude. No, He knew what he was doing. He knew if he was going to retire, he needed to do it now. So Chuck Schumer has a responsibility to move this before the 2022 elections. So what's the other side of this? The other side of this is that it puts the 2022 elections in play big time for the Democrats. There's an opportunity to come out and do what you do. And that needs to be the messaging. That's why I'm like, please put me on some shows, because that needs to be the messaging. The messaging needs to be, do you want an all conservative Supreme Court justice, or do you want it to be balanced, fair and balanced? That needs to be the messaging going forward. I'm not done, y'all. Now, Mitch McConnell has proven that he will block. Let's look at 2016. When the Republicans blocked then President, or forever President, Barack Obama's nomination of Merrick Garland to the Supreme Court. Now, y'all, the filibuster was not used. Why? Because they had the simple majority in the Senate and refused to have the conversation about Garland's appointment. It takes one to shut it down. And Mitch has been known for doing that. Now, Dems can pull it off. But again, they need cinema and they need Manchin. They don't need any funny talk, any craziness. Now, which means the Democrats, if it doesn't happen before the 2022 primary, they have to grab as many seats as possible. Here's the truth. Y'all, there are 34 U.S. Senate seats up for regular election in 2022. Senate, remember, Senate is 100. There are 34 seats up. 14 seats held by Democrats, which means they have to hold all 14 of those, and 20, hello somebody, by Republicans. Now, if you want a full view of this, all you have to do is go to ballotpedia.org, type that in there, you're going to see the whole layout. Now, hold on. Now, the elections, y'all can tell I'm pumped on this. The elections to the U.S. Senate will be held, y'all know, November the 8th, 2022, 34 seats of the 100. Now, those who are elected to the U.S. Senate in the 34 regular elections in 2022 will begin their 6-year term on January 3rd. Now, y'all, the 14 seats by the Democrats, they can pretty much hold on to them. Possibly. There's a couple, what they call purple states. So possibly. Now, with the Republicans, it's going to be work. It's going to be work. So let me show you a graph. Yeah, y'all, I went all in to make sure I got everything I need to show y'all. Bam. What we need to be doing is targeting those 5 seats. Hold on to the 14 and we can target those 5 seats. Okay, only one's retiring from the Democrat, but there are 5 retiring from the Republicans. Richard Burr, North Carolina. We can grab that. Democrats could grab that. Pat Toomey, the Democrats can grab that in Pennsylvania. Rob Portman. Now, Ohio is funny, but the Dems can grab it. But listen, we don't need the whole slate of Democrats that's running. We need to identify one. We need to do some town hall meetings. We need to use our voices now to begin to shut that down. We have Richard Shelby in Alabama. That's a hard one to get. And we have Roy Blunt in Missouri. That's also a difficult one to get. But those 5 seats will make the difference. It will make the difference. It will. Now, Senator Chuck Schumer said that he expects President Biden to follow through and select a Black woman as his first pick. He says in a quote, "We want to move quickly. We want to get this done as soon as possible," which means he wants this done before the primary. Because that's a win. That will be a win for the Democrats. That will be a win. That needs to be their messaging. Forget everything else. Let's get this in here. Let's make this messaging. Why is this important? Some people are saying, well, it's a liberal judge, and they'll replace with a liberal judge. That sounds good, but that doesn't always happen. In the state of what's happening right now in the United States of America, that is not a shoo-in. It's not a shoo-in, people. It's not a shoo-in, which means this needs to be our messaging as well when we're speaking to people, getting them registered to vote and checking your registration. Y'all know I check mine every month to make sure there's nothing funny that's going on with my voter registration. Here's our opportunity now, and start talking about why the Supreme Court justices matter. We don't vote on them, but the president of the United States, that administration, and the Senate votes on that. The president comes up with a nominee. The nominee then goes through the Senate. The Senate then either confirms or not. Y'all, this is what we need to be saying and educating. There are people who believe that their names will be on the ballot. No, they won't. They won't. We don't have that voice. We don't have that say. We have the voice as in voting for the elected officials, but not for justices. We don't have that. But there are people, there are grown folks who believe that that's the case. This is where we have to continue to teach. And this is what I am saying right here on News in Motion. This is the platform. This is what I'm doing. Here's why I'm here. Fill it in. Fill in the blank. All right. So let me see what you're saying before I put up some names here. Y'all can tell I'm pumped, right? Y'all can tell I'm pumped. All right. Some of you are saying, Y'all are in here this morning. I love it. Dr. Antoinette said popcorn and M&M. She's just going to watch. Kenny Stanley said people will, y'all talking about the vaccine and the plant burger, but not vote. So there's a voting. Yvonne says truth. There's a lot. HBCUs, Supreme Court of the United States. I like that. I see y'all up in here. Yes, vote. Dr. Antoinette said, hire Gail. Yeah, hire me. I can help y'all. I'm telling you, I can help y'all. So here are the names. Here are the names. And I have the images. This image came from CNN. I did get permission at the last minute to show this. Boom. Here are the names, except there are now 8. We have Judge Ketanji, I think I'm saying that correctly, Brown Jackson, who is at the top of the list. We have Judge Leandra Kruger. We have Judge J. Michelle Childs. We have Attorney Sherilyn Eiffel. We have Anita Earls, Judge, North Carolina Supreme Court Associate Justice. We have Judge Wilhelmina Wright. We have Circuit Judge Eunice Lee. We also have Circuit Judge Candace Jackson Akiwumi. So those are the names. Powerful Black women names. And again, this image is from CNN. So here's going to be a major opportunity. But y'all, before we can even get here, we must talk about voting. So if you like this image, this is a reason why we must register to vote and vote and vote. No, we do not vote on the Supreme Court justices, but we vote on those who have the power to either send a nominee through or not. And it comes right back to this filibuster, although that piece have been broken because Mitch jumped too quick. He jumped too quick, but we have those two, cinema and mansion. Cinema and mansion. Yes, Hester. One is from they say she's Abram's sister, but I don't know if it's a direct relationship or what, or if they're sister from a sorority. I'm not sure about that. Somebody said put Anita Hill up there. Kenny Stanley said put Anita Hill up there to watch Clarence Thomas lose his mind. Well, there's that. So y'all, there's so much to unpack here. There's so much. There's so much. There's so much. And I'm excited. I can't wait to see this unfold. I gave y'all a lot of information. A lot of information. So let me go back to something before I sign off here today. There are 34 seats up for election in the Senate. Start identifying those. Again, you can go to ballotpedia.org, ballotpedia.org. I may have the link I'll put up here. You can go to Ballotpedia. Oh, actually, here's the link that can tell you everything I just talked about. So you can go up here, ballotpedia.org /United_States_Senate_elections_2022. You can see it. Ballotpedia.org is a great resource. So 34 seats. This is what I want to say as I go into the inspirational message. Yes, you may have people up for election in your state. Start doing your research now. Figure out who you're going to vote for, who you're going to identify, do your research, and then start having conversation with other people. Now, the slate, and I can use Ohio as an example. The slate in Ohio is too big. It's too many people. It's crowded. It's really crowded. I mean, really crowded. And they need to start having conversation. Sometimes you need to fall back and let the person who is tenured or the person who's already doing the work, put them in the forefront, even if you don't really like them. As long as you know their vote and their vote goes with your morals and values and they have voted. You always want to stay away from those candidates who are already in office who either vote present or they don't show up to vote or they abstain. You got to ask yourself, why did they do one of those three things? Why aren't they man or woman enough to go ahead and say how they're going to vote? So you always want to ask questions when you see that. You do. Here's the other thing I want to share. Again, we've been talking about this now. Set up an email for all your election stuff because you're not going to want to see it because they will bombard you. Sometimes I get 1,000 emails just from candidates. I have a separate email for that. And in those things, you have to identify who are you going to give to. Y'all, $1 makes a difference. That's our philanthropic side right now. $1 makes a difference. There are people that I already have a list going. I have Stacey Abrams, who's running for governor. I have Mandela, I think he's in Wisconsin. I'm just going through identifying who, Warnock, who's in Georgia. I mean, I just do that. And people that I have here, there's a couple here in Ohio. But I go through and I look to see where and how I'm going to divide that up. That becomes a part of my donation, my philanthropy that I do. I just have that set up because hear me, the way things are going now, they need help from every which way. Maybe you want to sign up and start filling out envelopes, filling out postcards. There are so many areas that you can volunteer to do that. And don't forget, y'all, sign up to become a poll worker. It's not going to make any difference if the marginalized in the communities that are below the poverty line, if they do not have polling locations for the people to vote. Where are they going to go? Most often than not, they're 3 miles or more away. And how would they get there? And don't just say Uber and Lyft, because sometimes what they found in 2020, that Uber and Lyft did not go to some areas. Y'all see, they didn't report that, but I've been digging, trying to bring that up to see what's really happening there. Y'all, there's a lot. There's a lot. And we're here, right here at News in Motion. We're going to keep bringing you this news. We're going to continue to bring you this news. Y'all can tell us pumped. Y'all can tell people who missed it. Y'all watched the replay. Gail went off today. So here's my inspirational message. I don't know why I've been in the Lord's Prayer all week, but today I want to talk about the words. I've been going backwards, if y'all notice. Our Father, that conversation, that relationship, that love relationship. Our Father, which art in heaven. I'm giving it to you out of King James. That's how I learned it. Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. Yesterday I talked about thy will. Today, I want to talk about the powerful name, the name of authority, the name of strength, the name of relationship, the name of help, the name of healing, the name of covering, the name that is above every name. And at that name, every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess the name, our Father, which art in heaven. Where he is, he sits high. He's always looking down low. For those of you who are new to News in Motion, I am a follower of Jesus. And I want you to also know we have people that are coming in from all different nationalities, religious backgrounds. They come to this point. Sometimes they tune out. Sometimes they stay on. And people have actually reached out to us and said, hey, I want to know about that man you talk about. So my inspirational message never changed. It's not here to offend. It's just here to mark my DNA of what I believe in and who I believe in and how I live and how I stretch and how I am able to do all that God has given me to do. Yeah, our Father, our Father, our Father, that name that is above every name, that name that when you usher and whisper or shout out that name, it should change and shift the paradigm all around you. That name, our Father, which art in heaven, our Father, our King of Kings, our Lord of Lords, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. That name that's all powerful, that name that can break yokes, that name that can build you up, that name that can have someone coming to you asking you for forgiveness, that name that can send you abundance upon abundance, that name of Jesus. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Bring it right on down here on earth. You know, we're always saying we're waiting till we get to heaven. Don't wait till you get to heaven. Go ahead and bring heaven to earth. That's what the prayer says anyway, where you can live that right here, right now. The joy that I have, the joy you have, it's time for us to spread that joy. I believe the joy will continue to break yokes. I'm getting real excited here. I was told yesterday, don't just cut off because the time changes. Those who need to leave can just leave. And I said, okay, so let me say this to you. Our Father, do you know, here's a quick testimony and then I'm out of here. I know that it has been our Father who has allowed me this opportunity to speak to so many thousands of you day in and day out. There's no way I could have done this on my own. No way. Here's a secret. Every morning, I'm like, oh my God, I'd be like praying, God, remove the anxiety, remove the anxiousness, remove any fear that I have, because this is what I know. It's not in my strength that I'm doing what I'm doing. It's in my Father's strength. He's given me this voice in this season to share and to break down all of these things you may not hear on any other news network. I'm not here for competition. I'm here for education and education only. Yes, we have fun. Sometimes I have a mimosa. Sometimes we laugh. I check out the chat. I see what's going on. But this is one thing I know. I know that I am doing exactly what my Father, which art in heaven, has called me to do. Yeah. I'm at peace. Someone asked me last week, you just seem so free. You're just so at peace. You're walking in your purpose. I said, look, I'm now 56. I said, I was always told when you hit the age 50, things change. Hear me, they change. It's like, I don't care. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. Some people may say, oh, she just has an iPhone and she has a recording. Well, first of all, that ain't true. I started out that way. Now I have a whole production in my office. Yes, I do. My studio office. It may not look like CNN and it may not look like Fox News or PBS or wherever, but the looks should not matter. It's the content. It's the content. It's the aggregated media outlet saying that it's coming from different news sources, bringing you people who don't normally watch the news or don't spend time researching news to get the factual information so that together this Black and brown community can grow. I'm not excluding those of you who are not Black or brown, because so many of you that are tuned in from other nationality and race and skin color, you're here as our allies and you're cheering me on and you're sending me funds. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day, our daily bread, and forgive us of our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Remember, I said to you the other day, that means we can't be trespassing onto somebody else's land. We can't allow other people to trespass onto our land. And I broke down what that land is. Maybe it's our business. Maybe it's our family. Maybe it's our heritage. Maybe it's our career. Maybe it's our personal conversation with Jesus. We're saying, forgive me for trespassing and forgive those who trespassed against us. But here it is, lead me not into temptation, Lord. No, I don't want to get into temptation. Lead me not into temptation, but deliver me from evil. God, deliver me from any evil that may be in me or coming my way. God, please deliver me. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. Forever and ever, y'all. Y'all work, just rest in that scripture. Rest in that prayer this weekend. Y'all know I won't be back here until Monday. God willing, I'll be back. Y'all listen, rest in that. God's been I've been reading the Lord's Prayer, praying the Lord's Prayer for 56 years. I probably prayed it in my mother's womb. So let's say for 50 years. I don't know. But something hit differently with that prayer this week for me. Something hit differently for me with that prayer this week. Y'all stay well. Wear your mask, wash your hands, and continue to practice social distancing. Until Monday, I am your host, Gail Dudley. This has been this segment of the News in Motion. Until Monday, I will see you. Y'all give us this day our daily bread. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. That's a great name. Chew on that name this weekend. I'm out.